How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. Today I'm going to talk about the most comprehensive gun safety legislation in Texas state history. Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez has a better chance of winning in the upcoming season of American Idol than seeing any of his gun control bills actually being signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott. But that's not stopping the Democrat from introducing a number of doomed gun control bills in Austin. On Tuesday, the senator announced the introduction of a package of bills that he says is the most comprehensive gun safety legislation in state history, including banning the sale of firearms to young adults and establishing a government-run database for bulk sales of ammunition. Senate Bill 145 is the bill that amends the Texas Penal Code to outlaw the sale of firearms, including long guns, to any person under 21 years of age, raising from 18 years old, he said, noting that 18 other states have age limits. Senate Bill 912 seeks to expand safe storage requirements for gun owners, requiring all firearms to be properly secured, and increasing the penalty. Senate Bill 914 would require ID for the purchase of ammunition and make it a Class A misdemeanor to knowingly sell ammo to someone under the age of 18. These are the things that should be codified in law. These are simple things and simple solutions that make it safer for all Texans, Gutierrez said. Of the 18 states that set minimum age requirements on the purchase of firearms, just 7 of them completely prohibit the sale of firearms to under 21s. And Gutierrez fails to mention or acknowledge on those age limits, including in Texas, that the federal courts have cast a critical eye, where a federal judge ruled a few months ago on the state's ban on concealed carry for under 21s violates the Second Amendment. These are not simple things, Gutierrez contends. Or if they are, they're simply authoritarian power grabs, couched in the language of gun safety, but designed to treat those exercising their fundamental Second Amendment rights as criminals who need to be monitored by an anti-gun big brother. He has also advocated for Senate Bill 911, which would create a database for bulk ammunition purchases. The 18-year-old gunman in Uvalde had purchased over 1,600 rounds of ammunition before the attack. If you buy a Sudafed in Walgreens, your information goes into a database. We should have the same requirements for ammunition. We should know when a young kid goes off and buys a bunch of ammunition. We should know the quantity of that ammo. We should know who that person is. When a kid buys over 900 rounds of ammunition, and then he buys another 1,600 rounds of ammunition online, somehow the significance of that moment should ring true to somebody's registry somewhere, someone's database somewhere. Law enforcement should say, we have to go talk to this young man quickly. One silly law being on the books isn't evidence of need for another. Yes, we all show ID and sign our names when we buy allergy medicine that contains pseudoephedrine in it, a measure imposed by the federal government as a way to prevent the manufacture of methamphetamine. And it's true, since the provision has been put in place, the number of small homegrown meth labs declined across the country. What is also true is the gun cartels in Mexico have more than made up the difference. The meth today is stronger and cheaper and more widely available than it was when the ID requirement for allergy med was put into effect. Gutierrez's proposal for an ammunition database is just as off base and would come with just as many unintended consequences. What the senator defines as a bulk ammunition purchase of ammunition by many gun owners would consider a successful trip to their local gun store or gun show. Maybe Gutierrez really does believe that someone buying 1,000 rounds of .22 LR should be paid a visit by law enforcement. But I doubt he realizes just about how many law-abiding Texans he's talking about here. Purchasing ammunition isn't evidence of a crime either. So Gutierrez's bill has some major Fourth Amendment issues, as well as implicating the Second Amendment rights of Texans. While Gutierrez may be generating some headlines with his anti-gun legislation, given the GOP majority in both chambers of the legislature, his proposals are headed for certain defeat. Still, gun owners across the country should be paying attention to his proposals, even if they don't play well in Texas. That won't stop Democrats across the country from trying to enact similar infringements wherever they can. It's very obvious that State Senator Gutierrez is a blowhard Democrat, Second Amendment hating piece of crap, trying to make a name for himself. And who does that sound like? Our good friend Beto O'Rourke, who now, after his failed attempt to become governor of Texas, and also ran for president, saying he's going to take AR-15s and AK-47s. This guy has fallen off the face of the earth. You don't hear anything about him anymore, and that's good news. As always, I'd like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And if you guys could please help the channel out and help it grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video.